stage. I think he's newer to the comedy scene, a recent graduate. I think it's fun to say his name. Get your hands together for the very funny Farhan Ghazi. Keep it up for Farhan! Keep it up for Farhan! Bring him here.
Hello guys, good evening. How are you doing? Thanks for coming out. So 10 years ago, on this date, a spacecraft was sent to Mars. And since 2001, there are 88 missions to Mars. So I used to think that only a nerdy geek or geeky nerd like me would be interested in Mars. But it turned out that that's not the case. A few years ago, a company announced a mission a manned mission to Mars, which will go and not come back. Can you guess how many people signed up? More than 78,000 people. Out of those, over 17,000 are from the US. So they closed the registration because many more people wanted to go since Trump became the president. Recently, I started to grow a beard like my father. My friends used to ask me, are you doing this because of your dad? Now my father is that kind of person who tries to lead by example. So he never asked me or forced me to grow a beard, but when he grew a beard, I got motivated and impressed. And boom, 25 years later, I have a beard too. There are many misconceptions about a beard. One is that only lazy people do that because they don't find time for shaving, which is not true. Once you grow a beard, you'll find out that it takes a lot more time. It has a lot more maintenance. First of all, you need to always comb it. You need to make sure that the hair are not sticking out. You need to make sure food is not stuck in there. And then you cannot just go wash your face and get out of the bathroom. You need to dry it out and then comb it again. And then trimming is the most difficult part. One little mistake and you cannot show your face to anyone for a month. And that is not a figure of speech. Trimming a beard is not a chore, it's a ritual. You need to block off an entire hour, and then you need to, no phone calls, no friends, no family, no bathroom breaks at that time. And then you need to tell your work that you may not come there for the next month in case something happens. You also need to find another city to move on if things don't go well. So when you are growing a beard, there are different phases. First of all, for the first week, you look like a loser. People will try to avoid you because they will think that you are trying to borrow some money. After 2 weeks, what will happen? You will be in torture. All the hair will be pinching you. The only good thing about that phase is that if you need ever a sandpaper, you're in luck because you can safely use your beard over there. Only after the 3rd week, people will realize that you are determined and take you seriously. There are several benefits of beards. If you go out with your beardless friends, everyone will assume that you are the leader. So you know there is a word for people who don't have a beard? Women. But you need to be careful with the length of it. How do you know that the beard is too long? When the comments will turn from, hey, I like your beard, to, hey, a beard. You know the greatest benefit of having a beard is doing this. It feels so good, and only a person with a beard can tell you that. And beard is perhaps the only thing men are comfortable complimenting each other. We won't go and say, hey, nice shirt or nice jeans. It's not that we got rude, but most of the time we don't remember what we are wearing. But there is one caveat to beards. Once you have it, you will look older. But if you're lucky, you look wiser too. So my kids didn't like my beard initially because they thought I look older. Unfortunately, not wiser. But they like it now. I have 3 kids. Thank you. It didn't happen quickly though. So as the number of kids increase, raising them gets easier. Let me explain that. So when we had our first child, one day I got back home and my wife was crying and weeping, and I said, "What happened?" She said, "Our daughter, the firstborn, she fell off the bed." And I was also concerned. We checked her and she was fine. After our second child, when I get home, my wife would say, "I'm a bit busy. Can you check our kid? She fell today during the day. Can you check if she's okay?" But now after the third one, she'll say, "Hey, by the way, our son, the last child, fell 4 times today." So our son, he sometimes at night, he comes up to our bed and sleep on the side. One night I was asleep and I heard a loud thud. I woke my wife up and I said, "Can you check if our son fell on the floor because he was on your side?" And she goes like this, "I can't see him." I said, "Your eyes are still closed, that's why you can't see him." Another thing is that when our first one was a few months old, we are going out. My wife will literally pack a diaper bag. Can you believe how many things are there? Like 10 diapers, three pairs of clothes, food for her, food for us, toys for her different moods. And I would ask her, that thing would weigh 15 pounds. I would ask her, "What's in this thing? We are just going out for a walk for 10 minutes. And she would say, "Oh, just in case if we need something." Now with 3 kids, if we are going out 2 hours away for the entire day, all my wife takes is 1 diaper. And she would say, "Oh, we'll be fine, don't worry about that." Raising kids is, although it gets easier, it is a never-ending process. So when a baby is born, you'll look to the next milestone and you'll say, "Oh, once our son or daughter, he'll start to sit, our problems will be over, he'll start to walk and talk and read and write." But it is an ongoing process which never ends. And that's the reason my parents, although I have kids, but my parents are still raising me. And probably that's the reason they didn't sign up for the one-way mission to Mars. Thank you very much, you guys have been great.